Okay, so I just took some pictures of myself with a typical foundation, blush, bronzer, and just a little eye makeup, this little eyeshadow and mascara, and I took some pictures, and then I washed my face, and then I'm gonna put on my 3D foundation, because I've seen this in other people, but I haven't done it myself yet. So I was really curious to see how it looks, what the difference is, and I wanted to show you all too. All right, so we'll get started. So I still have a little bit of a red nose from Jamaica, and I still have my scars. Like, as some of you know, once you get some big mammer jammers on your face, it takes a while for them to go away, and that's what's happening to me. So anyhow, no problem, just cover them up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to cover up the redness is go into the Sunlit, which is, I'm gonna grab my other brush, which is the really yellowy highlighter. So some people can use this on their whole face. For my skin tone, it wouldn't be appropriate, but it's good to cover up my redness. So I'm just gonna go in there. And I'm not worrying about blending this right now. So all we're doing is really covering it up. All right, just going into the yellow. I'm gonna do yellow on my nose because it is so red. This is so weird. My house is so quiet. It is never quiet. It's lovely though. I mean, I miss my dudes, but I like quiet. I like quietness. Okay, so you can also put a little under your brow. Okay, so that looks a little funny, as it should. Boop, boop, boop. If you have, so the redness would be yellow. If you have some purple kind of scarring, you can use a color called Mango to color correct, because you just kind of think opposite of the color wheel. So I was looking at some of my things that look a little bit purple. Also, some people get more like purple under eyes than blue, and you can use Mango there too. So while I'm playing, I'll just show you guys that too. So this is Mango. It would be good, like my friend Veronica I've posted about, she has Mango on, that's her highlight color because of her skin tone. But then for like to cover up some purple, I'm gonna try this. You would go over it, but the orangishness counteracts the purple undertones. Some people have more blue, which would be, you would use a yellow. And so for the purple, well, I do think that worked. Looking at the difference. I'm gonna try it on this too. And like that scar is more purple than red. Okay, I definitely think that helped. This is more red, so I don't think it helped as much, but I definitely feel like it really lightened up this eye. So that's something to play around with, and just kind of looking at your skin tone, see if your eye circles go more blue or more purple, and you'll kind of figure out which color you need. All right, so I'm gonna do my other eye with that Mango. And I am using the Detail Hack brush, which is really nice for under eyes because it's smaller. Okay, I think I have my stuff covered up at least enough for now. I can always go back over it. All right, now I'm gonna go into my highlight color, which for me it's Aura. I've been playing around with a couple of different ones. I feel like some skin tones, there's not like an exact one. It kind of can blend. I can use June or Aura at this point. So I'm gonna show you Aura. And I do have a little bit of a tan, even though I went a little strong. Whoa, really strong. Okay, I got a little heavy-handed there, but no big deal because it's cream, so it's just not a big deal. It doesn't sit on your face, you just keep moving it around. So I'm just gonna wipe off my brush a little bit and then use that as like a little place to pull from. So I'm gonna put it in this little area under my eyes, this little triangle of light. I'm gonna put it on my nose. Triangle of light, you can put a little bit on your eyes. And then here, just kind of sweep up. Okay. Chin. I just switched over on accident, but this is the 30-second hack brush, so I'm just using this tip. By the way, this is not makeup on the brush looks like this. So I'm barely putting any makeup on the brush. That first tip was a little bit crazy, but that was just on accident. All right, So nothing has to be perfect at this point either, because I'm gonna go back over with the perfector sponge. So right now I look a little bit white, and that's okay. Some people get scared here and think, oh my gosh, I look white, but you're not done. All right, so now I'm gonna flip the brush over on the 30, this is a 30-second hack brush, and go into the highlight color. So I'm gonna use Olive, it's right there. I scooped some out for somebody. So that's why it looks like that. So I'm gonna dip in there. Again, find your cheekbone. So there's mine. You can see the natural shadow. So I'm gonna go right there. And then again, you kind of swoop up at the end. So you can see, without blending it, what that looks like. All right, now I'll go into the other side. All right, dip a little bit more. Pull up any hairs so you don't get makeup in them. Ooh, okay. All right, other place, so I put the contour there. And again, it's okay for it to look a little heavy now, because you're gonna even it all out with a perfector sponge. I used to go too light, and then I would use the sponge, and then I would take everything off and have to start over. So don't be afraid. Again, it's cream. And if you get too much, just take it off, but it's not stuck on your face. You're not gonna have to like wash your face and start from scratch. All right, so I have a pretty high forehead. So if you had a tiny forehead, you wouldn't use much here, but I can go like a little thick with the contour just because my forehead is long, or goes back. Hopefully it won't keep on going back. Hopefully this is as far as it's gonna go, but you never know. All right, so I'm just kind of warming that up on the hairline. You can take it down on this side. Should get a little bit lower. Okay. You can do a little bit there. This is the part that I was like very scared about, but it's fine. You just blend it, because you know, who wants to have like this double colored face and neck, right? Because we've all seen it, and I always feel so bad when it happens, because you know they don't want to look like that. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. But it's all good. We've all been there, but try to avoid it. All right, so I put that down there and was pulling it down. So when I did the contour here, I did the line, and then you blend up, because you want to constantly think about pulling your face up instead of dragging it down. So I did the thing, the blend up, and this is the little swoop they always talk about to kind of give yourself some cheeks, a little bit more cheekbones. So I did that section. Another place you can contour to is your nose, which, again, this isn't like, you don't have to do this, but it just creates a little bit more shadow. Not a big deal. If this is intimidating, just skip it. I don't even think I do it strong enough to even notice, but that'll be my thing I'll just kind of play with in time, but because I don't want to look too chiseled, I guess I like a really soft, natural look. All right, so I have my contour on. All right, now you can see how that kind of shortened up my forehead. Now I'll do some blush. Okay, I am going to use Hollywood because I have on this peachy color today. So here it is, it's this one, kind of like a peachy pink. The color that I usually wear too, pink grapefruit, I would have never, it's this really bright one, I would have never ever in a million years picked it for myself, but it's probably my favorite. It was one of the first ones I got, so that's why I tried it, but it just really gives like a, you just exercise kind of look. So don't be afraid if you're like, I have no clue what color to get. That color has worked so well on so many people, so don't be scared of it. And again, you can just cream so you can just smooth it out. But since I kind of have on a peach corally situation, I'm gonna go in with this one. So again, you don't want to cover up your contour. You want to go almost right on the tip of that bone. There's actually not a lot of space for blush, and then you want to stay out of this triangle of light, and you don't want to get into your contour. I just kind of like punch it in. Okay. And sometimes I get a little crazy and I go too low or too high. So let's just say I went too far in right there. Or you don't want to also stay out of this zone. Let's just say you go a little too far in. It's no big deal. You just dip in your highlighter and you just come back in. So that's what I mean when it's people think they can't do this, but once you kind of start playing with it, you can move it around and you can like fix any kind of quote unquote mistake. All right, so I have on some blush. Go a little bit darker than I would because I'm gonna blend it out. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, now I'm gonna come back in and touch up my little blemish area a little bit, since I've just kind of used, kind of gone over it heavy-handed. So I'm gonna go back into my highlight color, which is Aura, and I could also use the multitasker for this, which is right here. That is like a nice little tip. Well, I think that actually did it. That one that is covered up pretty good too. Yeah, okay. Next is the highlighter. Okay, 3 different highlighters. This one is Pearl. There's also Rose Gold and Honey. Pearl's gonna give you the brightest, but I think the honey is gonna be really fun for summer, and the rose gold's really pretty too. So it's hard to pick. When I first started using the product, I said, which one do you guys like best? Like, oh, you just have all 3, because you can figure out little uses for different ones and kind of change up your look. But if you had to pick one, I would just pick Pearl. Okay, so you can see the difference in my eyes where I just put that one. So right now I don't have any eyeshadow on at all. I just took the highlighter. You can use the multitasker or your finger. Just plop it up there right under your brow. I probably should have put a little eyeshadow on first. Another place right here. And this just, you don't really know that it's on. You just think people look kind of shiny or bright and not sparkly. It doesn't have glitter. So that to me I think of teen, like this, you still look like you're trying to look like a 20-year-old. You just look bright. All right, so you can put a little bit there. Another place you can put it is in the corner of your eye. A multitasker, that little brush is probably better for this section. But you can kind of see where I'm going with that. Okay, so here, 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 really anywhere. The Rose Gold and Honey is pretty to put on your lower lid too. The white might be a little bright. All right, and so in my other picture that I did with with regular foundation on it, I just put a light shadow on. So I'm gonna do the same just to kind of give the exact picture. Okay, so I love this color, Valencia. It's just like a orangish peach color, super, super, super light. If you're someone who doesn't want to wear eyeshadow or doesn't want to wear a lot, this is a great place to start. And it really just looks bright. I wouldn't say like I have on eyeshadow. And if you want to keep that natural look, just go with a matte color like this. So there's no sheen, again, no shimmer, just like a good everyday look. Okay, so yeah, just taking it up. Just gives a little bit of color. And then I'll go in with this tiny bit of a darker color on top. This is Oak, just to kind of give it a little bit of definition. There we go. I like to keep it super simple. Sometimes I feel like when I'm going out, I like to do my eyes kind of fun, but day to day, I just like really natural matte colors that don't look so bright and shiny and fancy. All right, lastly, if you're hanging with me still. Okay, this is our brow and liner brush. So this side, awesome for doing your brows. And this is a real blunt, and I didn't put anything on my eyebrows last time because I don't on a daily basis, so I'm not going to do this time, but I did put a tiny bit of eyeliner on with this brush. You can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to go into that same brown color. Just that guy. And then I'll just give my eye a little bit of liner. This is going to look over here. Again, just the tiniest bit of definition, so you don't really think I have on eyeliner. But this is just I know I can probably do a lot more with my eyes, but this is my everyday kind of mom, speech therapy, lady look. All right, and then mascara, which I had on in the other picture as well, because I tried to do it exactly the same. Because every time I see a before and after, the skeptic in me, was like, I don't know, maybe they changed the lighting, or look, they did their eyebrows or their lashes, and so I'm doing it exactly the same because I want to know too, since I haven't done this. All right, if you guys are still with me, thank you. Maybe I'll try to get fancy on the computer and speed this video up. Uh-oh. I got some makeup on my eyebrow, on my eyelid. Okay, I'm gonna get that off, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so here we go. I feel like I look pretty natural. I feel bright. Now I'm gonna take some pictures and then compare, and I will post them for you guys to see. And then if you don't know, like, I'm curious to hear your feedback too, if you think it looks the same or different, or of course, if you wanna try this makeup on too, let me know. I can color match you from far away, or if we live close, I can always let you try stuff on. So totally your call, but thanks for listening. I hope I was offered some helpful tips today.